many bows I can fit in my hair at once. So today I'm going to show you how I made all my little tiny bows. And if you want hair bows, don't go buy them. Make them. A bow costs like $1, and this literally took me like 5 minutes to make one of these, and it's so much cheaper. Like if you go to Walmart, they have their fabric section, and this piece of fabric only cost me like 97 cents. I can make like so many bows of this. Now I'm going to show you how to make the bows.
So now all you're going to do is cut out your piece of fabric.
I'm going to use a white Crayola pencil to outline them, and I want to cut out. The width of my rectangle is going to be 3 inches. So I'm just going to outline 3 inches on the side of my piece of fabric. And then the length of my rectangle is going to be 6 inches. So I'm going to outline 6 inches for the other dimension of my rectangle. Now you're just going to cut out your rectangle with a pair of scissors. So now I'm going to take some sewing pins and I'm going to pin my fabric the hot dog way. I am also pinning up my pins vertical so that when I do my sewing machine that the pins won't get in the way and I don't have to take them out or anything. And I realize that not everybody has a sewing machine, so if you don't have a sewing machine then you're just going to have to hand sew the edge that we are going to use the sewing machine on. I recommend using the same color thread as your fabric, but I didn't do this because I was kind of lazy and it was close enough color where I didn't really care. And then set your sewing machine to the smallest straight stitch. Then connect the two sides of the fabric together by sewing the straight stitch on the right side, and make sure you stay close to the right side because you don't need a big hem for this. Now you're going to flip the fabric inside out so the right sides show. Then your piece of fabric should look like this. Sorry for the bad video quality here, but then you're going to take the side where you had the stitching on and you are going to put them on the outside and connect the two right sides together, if that makes sense. Then you're going to sew the two sides together with a straight stitch. Now you're going to flip your piece of fabric inside out. Now you're just going to adjust the piece of fabric so that the stitch that you just made is in the middle of the back.
Make the part that goes in the middle that holds the bow together, and I'm just going to use a white piece of fabric I had left over from a different project.
Now depending on how big you want your centerpiece to be, just kind of measure out like double the length of what you want your centerpiece to be. After you cut it out, it should look a little something like this. Now just pin the two sides together just like you did for your first piece of fabric and sew along the side that connects the two pieces. And before you do anything else, plug in your hot glue gun so when you're ready to glue that it's nice and warm and you can just start gluing. Now slowly but surely flip your middle center piece inside out so the right sides are facing outward. Then your piece of fabric should look something like this. Now to turn it into the bow, you're going to take the top piece, fold it down a little bit, make sure the middle sticks out, and then fold the bottom side up. Now you're just going to hot glue that formation in place. Then your bow should look a little something like this. Now you're going to have to attach the centerpiece. So make sure this is really, really tight. You want to make sure you hold it really tight. So you're going to make sure that it's wrapped around and the front is the prettiest part of the entire piece of fabric. And then you're going to wrap it around once. Once you get it wrapped around once, then you're going to take the glue gun and you're going to glue it down. It doesn't matter how much extra fabric there is. You're just going to glue it down no matter what. And then you're going to cut off your excess fabric. Then you have your completely finished bow. To be able to clip this in your hair, just take one of those little clips, I forgot what they're called, but you're going to take them and you are going to slide it through the back and then you can pin it on whatever you want.
Even a cat. Cuddles, do you want a bow? Want a bow?
Do you want a bow? There's a bow on his, oh, there was a bow on his tail.
Isn't that cute?
So that is how you make your own bows. Thank you for watching my video, and if you want to see any hair tips or hair tutorials or hair videos or braiding hair tutorials or anything about hair technically, and sometimes some random videos, then subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, don't forget to press that like button below. If you're wondering why there's so many cats in my house, it's because we wanted a dog and my mom kept saying no, we'll just get another cat. So we have 4 cats now for 4 people.